like to thank all of you for making time to be here for this Candlelight Procession event and the launch of the month-long World AIDS Day activities. It appears as a country we have forgotten that we are fighting an epidemic called HIV and AIDS. And because we have forgotten, we are not doing what we have to do to ensure that we actually defeat it. Individuals are deep in risky behaviors that expose them to HIV infections. And that is the reason why we're still having high numbers of new HIV infections in the country. Those who live with HIV, many of them are not on life-saving treatment that can prolong their lives, keep them healthy and productive. Some begin to take the medicines and at some point discontinue. And those who are taking it, for some of them, adhering to treatment is a problem. And so we are seeing high numbers of people dying of AIDS-related causes in the country. And therefore, AIDS deaths remain one of the 10 top causes of death in Ghana. And so coming out here tonight is to get all Ghanaians to understand that HIV is still a major public health threat to this country. However, our commitment is to end AIDS by the year 2030 as a public health threat. And for that to happen, we have to be more aggressive in our fight against the epidemic. Individuals have to adopt protective behaviors, test and know whether you have HIV or not.
UNAIDS had a consultant supporting issues of stigma and discrimination, Miss Irene Podo, and we lost her. She was one of the champions of the HIV response and really just standing up to think about the lives that have been touched and the lives that have been impacted. I felt like her life was one that touched a lot of the people here. She's also a life that was lost as a result of some of the inequalities even in our system, as a result of some of the challenges in our HIV epidemic. So while we have this event, I also want to use it as an ode to her memory, to remind ourselves of the impact of the work that she had done and the work that people like her continue to do, the work that communities continue to do. Last year, the theme for World AIDS Day was Let Communities Lead. And this year, incidentally, it is Take the Right Path. So even for me, I was connecting the dots. We let the communities lead so that they can take the right path. And in Ghana, we've determined what that path would look like for us in stepping up prevention efforts and making sure that no one is left behind.
There is only one message I want to give all of us this evening. And my message is very simple. Activism is dead among us, the CSOs. And especially when it comes to HIV. We are all hiding in our corners. Nobody is coming out to actively speak out about some of the things that are happening. Persons living with HIV must make their voices heard. Advocates, CSOs, all involved in this fight, we must make our voices heard.
We have just 6 years to end the epidemic by 2030. I stand here to urge all of us to support anybody on treatment, to create the enabling environment, to remove all kinds of stigma, discrimination. HIV is no more a death sentence. And I want to take this opportunity to plead with the many clients who are out there who are on treatment anonymously. I urge you to come forward and freely receive your stock of the commodity. So ladies and gentlemen, together we will be able to end the epidemic.
I would like at this point to declare the 2024 World AIDS Day activities duly launched.